Welcome everybody to season 3, episode 35 of the Fantasy Guys. We are officially live and ready to get this show on the road today. Looking forward to a great show. I had to pause these guys right quick because they were already in an intense discussion. So looking forward to continuing that discussion on today's show. First of all, let's give a shout out to who's in the building. All right, starting off with little big bro Yusuf Thabit on the ones and twos as always. Yusuf, give yourself a round of applause, man, because one of the things that I promised my sponsors, because it's all about a package plan. I said we're going to promise you 35 plus episodes. Today's episode 35. So Yusuf's been here for all 35 of the Fantasy Guys and also the other shows too. So
doing a great
appreciate
job,
him.
Yeah, amazing.
Appreciate him, Yusuf T. Of course, you got big bro Moe T right here.
Always here also.
Yes, always here. I'll give him a round of applause, man. So when are you going to use your sick days, Moe T?
Hey, I'm saving them.
You're saving them?
Hey, they earned their bonus.
No, when you roll like Moe T, you can afford to be here every Sunday.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just hoping they roll over. I'll take a month off.
Okay. There you go.
You know, at the end of the year, you either use them or you lose them.
You lose them.
Damn.
I don't know if you read that in the contract. You got myself, Omar T. To the left of me, we got A.B. Abraham talking about wearing a Bears jersey for me. Like,
yes.
don't do that.
In honor of Caleb Williams being the best #1 pick and the Bears going to make the playoffs, I figured, you know what? Let me wear the attire in the Lions den.
I just want to tell you this. Before this year, they were the worst team I hated in the NFL just because of they were boring. But
now you like them.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Because of Caleb Williams.
I'm looking forward to watching them.
See that?
I don't want to say that I like them.
See that?
I'm looking forward to watching them.
Their offense.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching
So
them.
I'm going to be honest. I mean, they're on... If, say, the Lions are on bye week or the Lions have their primetime game in the Chicago games, like that 1 o'clock game, I'm still changing the channel.
I mean, I only watch Red Zone. I don't watch a specific game.
I mean, I watch Red Zone too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what AB's doing. AB got the Devin Hester.
Yeah.
That is the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame.
You have University of Miami.
Yeah.
You notice you notice it went with the hat.
Yeah.
It went with the hat.
So I see where he's going with this. I mean, it's a good one. It was a good one. And it looks nice, too.
It's the only reason I got a Bears jersey. I got
go.
a Frank Gore 49ers just because he's a Hurricane.
Yo, AB's style's underrated.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah, he does have a nice little
I've noticed your
style.
outfits. Yeah.
Okay. I see you, AB. And our guest for today, the most important people in the building, I feel like, is for sure our guests. So shout out to Moe Meri and Ahmed Rahal. We got them both from the IBL League today. You know what I'm saying? They are here. They're going to be talking about the IBL playoffs, which officially start tomorrow. So inshallah, our goal is to be at the championship, to cover the championship game, which is in a couple weeks, but the IBL playoffs start tomorrow. So we're going to be talking about all that stuff today. We're going to try to dive into some NBA recap of the draft. Definitely going to talk about Bronny James. I don't know if I mentioned that in the Whatever Call group, but we're going to get our thoughts on Bronny. Is he going to be a successful NBA player or not? We'll see how we feel about that. Before we do anything, though, be sure to follow us on all of our socials. You have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all under Oz Media. You'll be able to listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. If you're at home and you don't agree or you don't like what Moe Meri is saying, the number is 313-306-1750. Again, 313-306-1750. Feel free to call in. I have the phone right here with me. We can join the discussion.
I guarantee you, man, there's still people that watch us on a daily basis, like watch us on a weekly basis, that still ain't hit that like or that subscribe button. Yeah. Seriously.
It's free.
I think what we broke some records though. One of the last shows we had on the IBL, there was 150 views within 12 hours.
Yeah.
Like amazing. I wonder how many of those people. Why won't you hit the like button?
Yeah.
Why couldn't we get 150 likes?
That's true.
Come on, guys.
I can't disagree with you, AB, on that.
I mean, don't take it out on me. It ain't got nothing to do with me, man. This is Oz Media.
No, but it has something to do with you, AB.
The Thabits are the Thabits, man. Come on now.
Appreciate you,
That's my
AB.
family outside my family. Come on.
And you know who else family outside of family is? All of our sponsors as well. We appreciate the Balkan House, Juice Box, Qahwa House, BC Adhesives, Specialty Medical Center, Hanley International Academy, and Unique Coney Island. Yusuf, let's start with Sambo and Nate and everybody over there at Unique Coney Island. And then we're going to officially get the show on the road. So shout out to Unique Coney Island.
All right, Yusuf, I'm looking for a place for some unique food.
It sounds like you're trying to go to Unique Coney Island.
It sounds like you're right. Unique Coney Island is famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken qalaba, shawarma, gyro, and much more. They also now have a rewards program where every 100 points you get $7 off your next meal. They currently have 2 locations, one in Sterling Heights and one in downtown Detroit. So if you're looking for a place that has unique foods, be sure to stop by Unique Coney Island.
All right, we're officially back and ready to get this show rolling. So like I said, today we have Moe Meri and Ahmed Rahal. I think 2 people who are not afraid to say what they have to say.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's why I'm excited, And then you got a mixture of AB, then you got Moe T too.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know where
I'm setting some traps today.
I don't know where the show might go by the end of the day today, but I'm looking forward to it either way. So let's start off with you, Moe Meri. How you been? How's the season been going for you? And, what's the playoff, picture looking like for you, Moe Meri?
So, I've been out of the game for a little while now. Just getting my rhythm back, my footing, my stamina. Basketball stamina is on a different level, So I've been out of the league for about 2 years now. I was in an inaugurational game in the 30-plus league, very first,
season. Yeah. You were from the first season.
Yeah, and, we had a good squad. It was a nice run. Even then was tough, My last appearance was the 35 and over league at the time, championship game.
Yeah, the one you did.
Double overtime.
Oh, that game?
Yeah,
Yep.
Sonny's 3. The only thing he's
3,
remembered for. I mean, I'm trying to make sure. And Sonny, please tell me you're watching this because you can get mad at me again. He was known for the 3, and now he's remembered for 1 and done.
Listen, Sonny's all right with me, man.
Sonny's my guy. I love Sonny.
Sonny's good with
How long we been playing with Sonny?
Entire life, man.
Man, we've been playing. I mean, we got old school videos of Sonny.
Yeah, shout out to him. Go ahead, continue on though.
Yeah, so that was my last appearance. So that was the best I've been in quite a while. So
Okay.
I'm gonna get back to
Trying to get back to that
That's
part.
it, man. Yeah.
And then we got Ahmed Rahal in the building today. Shout out to Ahmed.
Salam.
What's going on, man? Talk to us. What's new with you, Ahmed? And I mean, I heard that your team unfortunately maybe didn't make the playoffs, but what are you looking forward to? And tell us how the season went.
It was a rough season.
Yeah.
It was a rough season. And that's putting it mildly.
Yeah.
We were challenged. We didn't have a full team.
Okay.
And even when we were full, we weren't really all there. So it was tough, but it was fun. It was a good time. I got my workouts in. That's what's important for me. But definitely took some notes and some areas we need to make improvements.
What was your final record, your team record?
Oh, we got 1 game.
Okay.
We only won 1 game.
Okay.
So it was 1 and 6.
Who'd you guys beat? Who's the one team that took an L?
And were there players all there?
Their players were all there, but I forgot which team we beat. It
But I
was
heard
that insignificant. It was
but you
that
guys-
insignificant.
But you guys were early in the season.
We were in.
You guys were in.
almost
Yeah,
every
they
game.
were in
every game.
Yeah, they were in. They were in
We
games.
were
from
winning.
what I
We were
heard.
up 20 on their team. We were up 15, 20, and then things happened that.
So one of the biggest problems, Moti, I feel like, and we got to address this in all the leagues. I think the 40 and over is getting a little bit better now. I think like Team Hamtramck's are pretty much dissolving now, figuring out that's not going to work. We're not drafting our boys. And I'm did not taking shots at Hamtramck. You guys know you're my peoples.
Of course.
Like
You ain't gotta-
100.
They know.
You ain't even gotta explain it no more.
But I mean, like Abdullah Shaban went second round. I can name a couple people that went in front of him, and it's like how and why? Because we're picking, we're Bosch's team. We're gonna get into standings, right?
Yeah.
Bosch is the number 1 seed. The guy went undefeated this season. Look at his team. If you guys think about it, man, Bosch will tell you, you guys kind of made it easy on him, right? He took Charlie number 1, man. Okay. Really? Abdullah Shaban dropped to him in the second round? Come on, guys. We're taking other guys. You had Bilal Farhat on your team, right?
Yep.
The big debut of Bill Buckets. And I was super excited to see that too. And I talked to Bilal on the phone, like, this is your opportunity, right? You worked really hard in 2 years to get your game going, But were you really the first pick of the second round? You have to get yourself used to what's happening here.
So let's dive into straight up the conversations, because before we even get into the playoffs and stuff, I know there are some things that are happening, and you guys got a better temperature of some of the stuff that's happening. So what is one of the first things that you would like to talk about or addressing, so that we can kind of straight up, Moe Meri, I know there's things that you want to discuss, you want to have conversations about. Let's have them. Let's talk about them. Let's get everyone's opinion on it as well. AB, maybe if you have a nice temperature as well of what's going on, feel free to chime in. So talk to me. Well, what's one thing that you would like to discuss right now, Moe Meri?
Well, going back to what AB just said, I think they made the draft, Bosch's draft, easy. He drafted a hell of a team.
Yeah.
By far, he stole the draft because of things like that. Like these guys drafted their brothers or their friends, So it goes back to that. Like he has a solid team, and Bosch is a hell of a player. Listen, this last week, I actually approached him. I told him, man, like I never realized you were that big of a team player. I really, my entire life looking at him, I thought this guy's just a ball hog, man.
Yeah.
And he rightfully. He's a performer.
Yeah.
He's by far the best player in the league, and it just goes back to things like that. Like, why are you drafting friends? Why are you drafting your brothers? Draft people who are capable. Billy, going in the second round? No, absolutely not.
One thing that irks Moti's nerves is when dudes drafting people that are their boys and stuff.
Man, big time. But I'm happy Moe Meri mentioned something that Bosch is a team player. I think, about drafting Abdullah. Bosch makes other people better. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, he just upgrades his game. He makes the game easier for others. You know what I'm saying? If they play their role right, Bosch will find you. Bosch already has so many eyes on him. People have the opportunity to knock down shots, get easy layups. So
you know what's crazy? It just seems like he's going 50%. That's not even his full potential. I think if this guy wanted to score, I know Mike scored like 55 this last week. If Bosch wanted to score 70, 80, I think he could do it easily.
At the cost, I'm sorry, Moti. At the cost of what Moti just said and what you just said, at the cost of shunning his players to the side and losing team chemistry. Mm-hmm. What makes a person a great captain and a great player is how you can get your team involved and exactly how you can make the rest of your team better. Because you can be that number one player and that number one scorer, and it can only get you so far. But having, I'll use this example. When you go to a guy that was your fourth or fifth round guy with 5 seconds left in the game, and he drops a game winner,
it's not good for the rest of the league.
But that's what happened. Like Bilal Jahmi took a ball. Was that against you guys?
Yeah.
That was. I mean, you guys were
down
in that
3,
game.
and that was the dagger.
You guys were in that game.
Hey, Bilal Jahmi is on Bosch's team?
Yep.
Bilal, there was.
All right, let me make this clear. Bilal Jahmi is not a scrub.
No.
Hold on.
Absolutely. No.
But again, going back to my point.
Drafting friends, yeah.
No, not draft the friends. Bosch, probably instilled the confidence in everybody. You know what I'm saying? He probably had, everybody thought the ball was going to Bosch or whoever the second guy is. And Bilal Jahmi wide open makes the game winner.
You got to credit their team because they put the work in, not just Monday nights. When Bosch, the first season I was on Team Bosch, we were playing 2 times a week outside of just the game nights. They practice.
Yeah, anybody
practice.
Yeah, anybody.
And that's why you can put in a 4th, 5, a guy off the bench.
Anybody says that,
and he'll make that shot because
anybody
they
says that
stay
these
hot.
leagues. Anybody says that these leagues don't mean nothing to nobody and we're just out here for fun. It's crazy.
No. I never said that.
No, not you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying though. People take this legit.
That's funny.
Abdullah, the kid Abdullah you mentioned, would he be a first rounder next year?
Abdullah should have been a first rounder this year.
Okay, so do you think he's going to perform the same as next year that he's playing this year? Be honest.
So that's. I know the point you're trying to make, and your point is 100% right. I just think you're using the wrong example. Okay. Abdullah's a great player.
Yeah.
Abdullah had no business coming out, okay? Abdullah had no business coming out of that first round. Just realistically speaking, he had no business coming out of that first round, okay? They had a new captain in Tehran, for example, and he took I forgot his name. I'm probably gonna mispronounce it. The guy that played in 18 and over. My point is, like, he's worthy of a first pick, but Abdullah is supposed to go there, right? Let's just be realistic. Great player that Kamal took you first round, right? I still think Abdullah goes there. You know what I'm trying to say? Even Bosch taking charge, like Bosch wanted a point guard, and him and Abdullah are about the same like player type, so I can understand maybe why not. But for Kamal to pass him twice, even Manet, and Kel Jahmi's my guy. Like, he's my guy. It's out there. People know. Manet, Abdullah was the pick. Granted, you want to play with Khalid. Khalid just came off a 35-point game, by the
But
way.
you're talking after the season's.
No. I was talking, and here's the beautiful thing. You're right. I could sit here after. Yeah. But if Cal would have came on this show today, for an example, he would have told you that this was my exact same opinion as the draft was going on. As the draft was going on, because Cal called me, and me and Cal talked a little bit about what was happening, and I gave that same opinion. How's this guy in the second round? I even told Cal, I prepared Cal to get dropped down to either Bosch's team or even being picked up by Omar Abdrabba. Why? Because Abdullah was the pick.
So let me just read off some of the comments because Nabil and Tony are having a great time, having a nice conversation.
Yeah, because Tony don't show up anymore.
Nabil said you got the two best guys there today. Tony then said Sonny's a baller. Stop hating on him, AB. That's a great group of guys there. Moe Meri better be ready Monday. So that's what Tony said. Nabil said shots fired. I mean, it's probably when we were discussing a few things. Tony then was talking about practice. We're talking about practice. You know, the Allen Iverson line when you were talking about Bosch having practices. Then they gave AB a pause because he said Abdullah had no business coming out.
Oh, is that what it was?
So, yeah.
You caught it too?
Yeah.
Just pause me.
Yeah, so just want to throw that out there. But
Yusuf, just hit the mute button.
Hey, yo.
Ahmed Rahal, can we get your comments on this discussion about Bosch and the draft? Did he have the best drafted team? And, you know, is Bosch
It's kind of like Moti said. Whoever he drafts is going to shine because he creates opportunities for you. It's when three guys are on him, that means two people are open.
So, do you give credit to Bosch or the coach?
What coach?
Exactly. No.
Oh, good one.
No, this time.
Good one. What coach?
Can we get an air
What?
for that?
What coach though? That he ain't what?
He wasn't on the sidelines,
what?
but he was present.
Who? Present where? When? What are we talking about?
They got
FaceTime?
They got their group.
FaceTime? Or let me guess, he dissects the games after the game and sells you this, that, and another. Like, I don't get it.
Generosity?
Oh, wow.
That
It
guy
took you that
he
long.
showed up a
Can
single
we get an
week.
air horn right quick, man?
Not once.
He showed up 1 week.
He's not the coach. He's the GM.
Well, he was probably in the Zoom meetings, right?
I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like, you know, Moti for coach has always been, you know, my priority.
It goes back to people are playing their roles. That's it.
Hey, listen.
And they transition properly.
Hey, going back to the coaching, I took I took the fifth graders to the championship game. By the way,
Of course you did. You do it at every level, coach.
recently, we were underdogs. You know, it was a crazy event. Lost by 2 in a nail biter.
Coach, at every level,
Oh, man.
at every level, you've
Appreciate
done it. In the 30 and over, in the 40 and over, in the 35 and over, with the fifth graders, with Team Hamtramck, in the very first charity game, bro. In any level, you've done it.
Well, somebody called me a glorified cheerleader.
Oh.
Let's go back to Moe Meri and his thoughts on different situations before we start breaking down. You know, we're going to do end of the season awards for IBL, their thoughts on that and stuff. You know, any other pressing issue that you have in your mind that you want to discuss that in general? Because, you know, we had Ghazwan and Khalid here a couple weeks ago. I think they did a wonderful job. I had a great discussion with those guys. I learned a lot more about Ghazwan. I knew about him, but I just didn't know too much. And he's a very good guy, too. So, you know, anything you want to mention?
You know, in regards to them, nothing. They're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You know, I respect them both very much. But in regards to the league itself,
Yeah.
one big issue I have, and this wasn't as big an issue in the 30, 40 plus league as it is now. The entire game is outside. There's no inside presence. There's no true big men in the league. You know, this last week, what's that guy's name? Kniff? I respect him.
Yeah, but
He's a banger.
Yeah, be careful. Twist you in the pretzel.
There's really no one else in the league besides maybe Moe Meri that can bang, you know, in the paint. And it's just the 3-point game doesn't impress me at all.
Listen, you're going to hit the buzzer thing right now. Let me tell you what he's trying to say.
Here we go.
Let AB speak for him. Because this is a conversation.
That was a subliminal shot at somebody else.
No. I know what you're thinking. It's not.
Wait, you just said only Mo Abdurrabba?
Listen, what
Moe
he's
Meri was a banger.
Listen.
Let me give an air horn for that one right now, by the way.
So a bucket's not a banger?
Absolutely. He when he gets resisted, he comes out. He doesn't play the paint. He bangs against guys that are 5'8", 5'9", 150, 160. He can't show up against someone who resists him.
Moe Meri
You
grew
don't
up.
have footwork or something? What's going on?
What footwork?
Hold on. Moe Meri grew up in the era where Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, Shaq. We're talking about the big men, right? The true fives. When Mo played in middle school, in high school, and probably could have had opportunity if he ever looked at and thought about going maybe to the next level. When he played at SummerSlam, when he played in the hype tournaments, when he played in other type of tournaments, Mo played the five. He knows how to play the paint. He's a paint post player. Today's NBA, today's basketball has originated down to the three. In the South End, they've been doing it forever. Take my cousin Mahed Salama, for example, Billy Buckets, all these guys that can shoot the three that should be planted in the damn paint and working on the hook shot and a pump fake and up and over layups. Get what I'm trying to say?
Or Duncan.
One or the other. You're absolutely right. My thing is this. Mo's saying that there's no presence, and he's trying to throw a warning out to this 40 and over season that when he comes, pause.
'Cause you even stopped after you said that. You kept just kept going. You know what I'm saying?
When Mo shows up, okay, to the 40 and over, ain't nobody gonna stop him.
Nobody.
Ain't nobody gonna stop him.
I just listen. The stamina for me, basketball stamina is what's stopping me. But not just myself. Without me being on the court, I want to see that. I want to see that gameplay. I want to see them
no
post.
true fives.
You know, even driving to the hole. You know, with the exception of like some guys on my team, like the guys on our team drive. You know, they take it to the hole. You don't see that anymore.
Mahad went 8th round. Kanaf can play down there, right? Billy Bucket should be a force. Thank you. Down in the paint, right? The game has evolved. There's no need for the bigs. That to me, I'm an old school basketball guy, so that to me that's a huge issue.
What are your thoughts on that, Ahmed?
I agree. And other than the 3-4 people you just named, there's nobody else that can play it. So that you don't need them right now. And even in our league in the NBA, you don't need them because
The game's evolved.
the game's evolved and 3 points are more than 2 points.
I've been thinking from when I asked you earlier, player comparison. I got it.
Yeah.
Scott Pollard.
Stop it, man.
Here's my thing. Three's listen, three's more than two, absolutely right. But think about this. You got 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter and you're up 12, right? And you know, now in today's NBA, that lead's not safe. In the old NBA, that game was over. You might as well just call the game, walk off the court, right? It's because 3 is more than 2, because nobody can finish a game. You don't have that big body presence. God forbid you put me and Mo on a team in the 40 and over,
it's not happening.
And we're up 5. We're up 5 with 5 minutes. The ball will touch his hands every single
100%.
possession. We don't got to worry about a Mathia
Also,
3.
you have to consider that the officiating plays a role in this.
100%.
And I'm not blaming the refs for anything.
What do you guys
It's not a
expect? We're like
cop-out.
kids.
But the way the games were called this season, it didn't help the guys down low.
But see, if I'm drafting and Moe Meri gets drafted, your value automatically goes up. For
100%. Even though I'm going to tell you right now,
you know-
I'm going to say this on camera. I'm going to say that you ever hear me ever put myself down? Ever? Really? I can stop every big in the league. I welcome challenges. My whole life, I can't. Listen to me. We're talking about strength. We're talking about knowing how to use his body in basketball. We're not talking like I use football, right? Football, growing up, tight end, defensive end, linebacker, play offensive line, whatever I need to do. That's where I play my big guys. I take it from my football experience. His basketball knowledge and experience, I can't guard Mo down low. He's the only big guy I can't guard down low, and I welcome the bigs. I bring them on. Held Billy Buckets to 1 bucket, 40 minutes.
Shout out to AB Abraham, but I don't know if you were finished what you were saying.
Sorry, Ahmed.
No.
No. I mean, I made it. The way the games were called, it doesn't help you battle down low because during our game, when you and Billy were going at it, you guys were in foul trouble the first 5 minutes in.
Well, they called
hold on.
moving screens. Yeah.
Well,
moving
mine
And I'm not saying it was good calls or bad calls. I'm just saying that's what happened. Those are the facts.
I got called twice for the moving pick violation.
I'm with you. I'm not saying they were good calls. I'm not saying they were bad calls. I'm just saying you were in foul trouble early
That's
on.
part of the game.
Well, that's the problem. These
they
these
took
newer
you
refs
out of
don't
the
know how
game,
to-
you know?
They don't know how to ref.
So,
big guys.
so Billy's
Not part of
fouls
the game.
was on you.
Yes.
Okay.
My fouls were on the picks.
Yeah.
He would have. Listen, that game, I think I went out at half.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but
No, you went out early because you
would
had
have
3
been
quick
fouled out
fouls.
early.
Three
If I
quick
touched the
fouls.
ball, he would have been fouled out early.
Yeah, so they took themselves out of the game, and it's not their fault, but that's just what happened. That's why I'm telling you, like, officiating plays a role, and you don't need them down there because people are just going to jack up shots no matter what.
That's a great point. It's a great point. I'm gonna be honest with you. There is a way to referee big men.
Yeah,
You know-
you gotta let them play.
Yeah.
I agree.
I can handle an elbow, a push in here or there. You know, somebody who's a guard may not be able to handle it. Okay, give them the call. But Moe Meri doesn't need that call. Billy doesn't need that call. Let them play. You know.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what decided some of these games, and that ain't right to them.
You about to say something, Moe Meri?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, the ref came up to me. He's like, "Are you guys going to be?" I forgot who it was I was going against too. We were going at it, which is good. I love that. I respect it. Right? We were banging. We were elbowing each other. You guys going to do that all game? I'm like, hey, just let it go. Let us play our game, man. Let it go. You know, if I'm going against someone big like that, you're gonna. If he follows me, you're gonna notice.
Yeah.
When a smaller guy's guarding me and he hits me, you're probably not going to see much movement. They're going to let the call go.
Yeah.
It happens.
And that's part of it. That's why he got called for those moving picks, because people were just bouncing off of him. That ain't his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's true. There is a level of refereeing the big men, and I think that definitely should be something you should take into consideration. Seeing the situation, seeing the matchups, and then letting maybe some things slide, and then not letting other things slide, and that's part of the game and part of being a referee. But I mean, I don't know if you guys got any more mouse traps, AB, because now we're gonna move on to like the actual awards and the positive and.
Oh, no
smiles
problem.
and
So, I mean,
everything.
are we going awards? Are we going playoff bracket?
Yeah,
I mean,
but we're gonna run an ad before that. I'm
okay,
just
go
saying,
ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I got one more question for
Yeah,
Ahmed.
go ahead.
Without pointing any fingers,
I'll point, bro.
you will too. I love
to you.
him. I
Up to
will.
you.
Okay, go ahead, talk.
up to you. What went wrong with your team? Like, why the missed playoffs? You know what I'm saying?
2 things went wrong. One, attendance. We couldn't get people to show up.
That's big
And
facts,
then
big facts.
Listen, life happens.
Yeah, big
I understand that. I'm not saying anything that's. We couldn't get 7, 8 people to show up to a game.
To get the air ready for number 2.
2, 0 transitions were made. This was our game plan, and we were gonna die by it, and we couldn't do that.
So there was no in-game.
And
there was
so there was
in-game.
no transition. It was like, okay, we're just gonna keep going, and if it works, it works. It doesn't, and it never.
So
did.
there was no Moti quality
There was
coaching.
no coach at all there.
There was no coaching at all. And listen, Cam,
Well, I mean, they had a coach.
Cam did his best, right? But it just when it wasn't clicking, it just wasn't.
Can I say what I said before the show went on?
Yeah.
You have great players. I'm going to use 3 great names as examples. They're great players, and they're all 3 great coaches in my eyes. Cam, Mane, and even like Moe Meri, right? Yeah. Great players.
Yeah.
We know they can go out and dominate a game, right? And on the other end of it, they can come coach a team or coach a game and be great coaches. I just
Can't
all
do both.
3.
Can't do
all
both
3 of them.
at
I
the
don't.
same time.
Yeah, they're not.
Can't
That's
do
what's
both at
that.
the same
And I think that's the problem with like
That was part of
Cam. I think that's the problem with Mane and your
They
team.
can coach from the sideline, maybe. They can't.
Because
They
when you're
can't,
playing,
yeah.
you're seeing yourself. You're not seeing how other people are moving around.
Well, that's why when I would tell my game plan to all of my players, and then somebody that's sitting on the side, like, hey, listen, this is what we want.
The game-
I'm going to lose focus, but I need you to keep an eye on what we're trying to do here.
Bosch's game, best team in the league. We were right there with them because we had somebody on the sideline, T, calling the shots, telling us what to do, and we listened, and we were in the game the whole time.
Yeah.
The game
No,
the game we did win. Ramsey was calling shots on the sideline. He was coaching.
Yeah, Ramsey's the man.
We had people coaching us, telling us what to do because they could see the full picture.
I think coaching is so important in these rec leagues, man. Like even something small, like he just said, it makes a big impact.
No, Ahmed Rahal is speaking some facts right
Oh,
now.
for sure.
He's definitely passing on some wisdom right now, and his answers have some meaning behind. You're not just saying stuff just to say stuff. So I respect that. Yusuf, we're gonna take a quick pause break. Then we're gonna move on to the awards for IBL, the playoff predictions, and all that other good stuff that gets people going. So Yusuf, let's give a shout out to our great friends over there at BC Adhesives. Terry Cassidy, unfortunately passed away. The father, the person who owns the business, great guy, great man. And, we went to his funeral this past week. So shout out to BC Adhesives, and we're going to keep things rolling. All right?
I believe it's very important for every team to stick together. And what I do here at Oz Media to make sure we are all one glue is I stop by BC Adhesives.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what it's used for.
Nah, Yusuf, it's not. But you can go to BC Adhesives for all your industrial adhesives needs. They do food packaging, book binding, product assembly, and many other industrial services. So if you are in need of adhesives for your business or having trouble with your current adhesives applications, you can contact them by phone 1-888-679-9825 or go to their website at www.bcadhesives.com.
All right, so there is one more topic that we want to discuss before we move on, because I think this is important to talk about it as grown men and individuals who have respect. And, we all, quote unquote, a lot of those people grew up together in the same area, same neighborhood. So, Ahmed Rahal, you brought up a great point. And so you were talking about the respect that was being displayed or lack of it throughout this.
Major lack of it.
Okay, so talk about it a little bit more, man. And can you talk to us about that?
Some of the words that were thrown around weren't right. People taking shots at each other, the kicking and the screaming of the chairs and all that stuff. It ain't right, man. We are the IBL. What's the I?
Islamic.
Okay, is what you're doing really Islamic? No. I mean, there's a certain level of mannerisms we gotta have. You can't be cussing, even if it's at your own teammates, and kicking and screaming and throwing the chairs and this and that. If you don't like things, we gotta hold ourselves to a higher standard.
And Moe Meri, you were saying that passion has a lot to do with it, and that you're not. I mean, obviously, maybe there's some that needs to slow down, but overall, you're okay with the passion and stuff.
Yeah, listen, I don't completely disagree with you, Ahmed, but do you want us to hug and hold hands there?
No. Listen, I'll give you an example. I know AB for a long time, right? And we go back since our childhood years, right? I can say certain things to AB. But I can't say certain things to you because I don't have the relationship with you.
Hey, you can.
Well, no.
You gotta
Maybe to you because you can take it, but not everybody is you.
Well, that's our problem.
If I tell you something that ain't right, they may cross the line. You're gonna react because it's just normal human nature. So it's on me to know who I can talk to and not talk to. It's on the other people that sometimes, leave it on the court.
So
let your game do the talking sometimes.
Well,
you ain't gotta reply to everything.
What happens on the court doesn't matter if you're a stranger. I've played street basketball with guys I didn't know. You talk your crap, you get off the court, you shake hands. That's the way it is.
Yeah, but nobody was shaking
You're
hands,
absolutely right about that, though. You're right about that. That's their problem. It's not my problem. My game is I'm gonna talk.
Talk. Go ahead.
I'm gonna talk, but after the game, I'm gonna shake your hand. Yeah, we had an incident this season. I'm not gonna say who it was. I talked my crap during the game. After the game, they cussed me out. They legitimately that's your problem. No problem. You can't take crap talking during the game. That's your problem.
It's not just.
I'm not going to stop though.
It's not just the game.
Well, you guys are both right. Listen, honestly, you guys are both right.
Disrespect that's happening to each other and to the league, and that shouldn't be allowed. And it goes back to the governing body. This is acceptable. This is not. When something that unacceptable happens, you guys got to come down.
And by the way, I know Ahmed Rahal now for a couple of years. I know Ahmed Rahal likes the smack talk part of the game too.
I talk.
Yeah,
I talk.
Absolutely.
But because of who I am off the court, that it's part of the game.
But I understand what Moe Meri talking about too. So like AB said,
they're both right. They both have a point. They both have a point there. But within you guys making your points is showing what the problem is, really. Because like you said, you feel comfortable enough to talk trash to somebody you know, but you're going to play outside your game. Mo's telling you, listen, man, I've played everywhere, and I'm telling you now, I talk trash everywhere as part of my game.
Talking trash and disrespecting are two different things. Don't confuse the two.
What type of disrespect? Like I'll give Mo Sufi an example. He talks crap.
Oh my God!
After the game, you're gonna hug him. Listen, in the older league, we don't have this problem.
That's great. But
this younger league, they're pretty sensitive. I'll have to say it. They're sensitive.
Yeah, but listen, some people left in the middle of the game because they didn't like what was happening. That's not okay.
Don't come back. Why are you walking off the court and going home?
Some people they throw a chair when they're mad. Like,
yes,
these are that's disrespect.
That's excessive.
That's disrespect.
I was gonna say, Mo Sufi, after hooping to him, I love his smack talk. It keeps you going. So
shoulder
his smack talk
you.
is the perfect example of like good smack talk. To me, throwing chairs, cussing like at
the refs, at each other, the other
situations,
teams, the other people. Like
that is when it's like if it happened more than twice, 3 times, and yes, there may be a bigger issue than.
I got a theory, Moti. I got a theory, right? It kind of goes into what you guys were saying. I think anybody can say whatever they want to me. I'm one of those people, like Mo was just saying. But do you ever have that feeling where, like, again, anybody can say what they want, but the ones that get to you is just because you don't like that person, and and that's the problem. It's exposing true feelings, or it's getting to a point where again we're bringing that Dearborn shit, that childish stuff out of us, and we're acting like we're in high school.
Well, in game, I'm okay with trash talking, but Moe Meri mentioned after the game, somebody cussed him out. That's true feelings right there.
Yeah.
That's him expressing his true feelings about you. He has an issue with Moe Meri. And it had nothing to do with basketball. It's just something probably was bottled
Or,
up.
you know, and in that specific case, you could have been just guilty by association.
Yeah, but there are people on the sidelines that are arguing and cussing and at each other. It has nothing to do with the game.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I've always been a trash talker. I think majority of my fights, I'm talking physical fights, was on the basketball court. Like, I was one of those guys. Of course, I'm not that guy anymore. I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago. But on the court, I have no issue with trash talking, honestly. But off the court, I just think, you know, it stops there. It's just everybody's growing, mature, and move on.
You know, the thing too, Moti, a lot of it is instigation. A lot of people like to sit there and talk about mousetraps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got that title and I love every bit of it. But a lot of times, and this is one of the biggest things I wanted to get into. So there's what, 10 players in this league? 10 players in this league legitimately that I feel like are true ballers, right? Guys that have played organized ball. I'll list a couple guys, right? You got Mike Williams, Kamal Jahmi. Bro, those two would go to war back in high school. Forts and not so Ford. Let's just be real. Like, true ballers. Manet, Moe Hag, right? Bosch.
Omar
Abdullah, but Moe Abdullah. Don't ever let me forget those two. You're absolutely right. Moe Meri. Listen, Moe played organized basketball his whole life. You know, and then you got the guys who are street ballers. Okay? You got guys who want to shoot, right? They don't know how to play defense. You try to explain to them what a 2-3 zone is or a 1-3-1, you know what I mean? And they're just kind of like, huh? You know what I mean? But you got these guys who feel like they should be taking these shots, right? You got these guys who are the ones getting upset and causing setting a lot more mousetraps in their group chats or on the sidelines, or talking about and being disrespectful with, you know, whoever their captain or their teammate is. Remember, guys, we're playing basketball to stay in shape. Yeah, we're staying competitive. There's a trophy, there's league, there's awards, but we're still getting carried away. My point is, some of you guys need to know your role. Okay? Let's sound like The Rock, know your role and shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, you need to understand that. Okay?
You kind of look like him too a little bit.
Well, that's my guy. He went to the U.
There you go. No, see, that was not even something I was trying to say right there.
No,
All right.
but I mean, you know what I'm saying, Omar, though? You got to respect it, you know? Guys like yourself, bro. I don't want to hear anybody talk to me football. I don't want to hear you talk to me about tackle, pads, thing. I don't want to hear Faris Al-Saqafi. I'm calling your name out. Being the quarterback, this, that.
He's a quarterback, man. Don't talk about Faris now.
Show me your stats. I can pull up Omar Thabit's. I want to hear what he has to say. Otherwise, show me your stats. Moe Meri, show me what you did. I can see your stats in high school. I don't want to hear what Sonny or somebody else had to do. Show me your stats.
Yeah, tackle football.
Know your role. I get it.
Tackle football is a whole different animal.
No, I know. But the point I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually.
You know, yeah. No, well, I'm just saying, though, like, show me what you did. Show me what you did. This guy threw 400 yards and 7 touchdowns against me, a defensive team I coached when I was a coach.
Hey, Fahmi was like, AB looking more and more comfortable in that chair. And then Nibir said, AB stole Fahmi's chair. I demand an investigation. So
Fahmi, don't show up. When you don't show up enough.
Investigation's over.
Yeah, when you don't show up enough. Like, you don't even make it here on time on Sundays during fantasy season.
all right, so
We
listen.
got a Pat Caputo in here.
All right. So listen, we're gonna go do some quick. Let's try to make this quick. When I say quick, you know, I'm expecting it to probably still take a little bit, but it's so much to cover. We're gonna give some awards and then playoff predictions and finals predictions of the IBL playoffs, because I do want to at least talk about Bronny and then the Pistons draft as well. Just quickly touch on that at the end of the show. So let's start off with the most improved player award. Who are you giving that? We're gonna go with the playoffs after this. So most improved player award. Who are you gonna give that to? And we're gonna just. Obviously, we don't pay attention. I'm sure you watch a few games too. Oh, okay, so you're in there like that. All right, so
Let him kick it off, bro.
all right,
Mr. Double Double,
Uncle Eddie,
Uncle Ed.
Uncle Ed.
for real.
Uncle Ed, huh?
Go ahead.
I mean, he posts his stats all the time. You know.
Oh, you know he
I
do.
go,
Oh, and he got vocal.
So-
he got vocal last Monday.
I heard.
Oh, he got
Yeah.
vocal last Monday.
So from last year, this year, I think he made an improvement.
Okay.
That was against you guys, Mo.
Talk.
Listen, I can't speak on it.
Who do you think?
'cause I
Who do
wasn't-
you think from the beginning of the season to how they were
beginning to
playing
end?
to right now being that's it, playoffs are here? Who do you feel like has stepped up from what you've paid attention? Now, I know you don't sit and watch a lot of the games. You know, your work schedule kind of took you away from that. But who do you feel started at one spot and went to another?
I can't really say, but I'll tell you one thing. Over the years, who's really impressed me is T-Mac. Watching him grow,
He's always the
and,
most
I mean,
improved player.
listen, he's amazing in my opinion.
You sound like Usity now.
I'm speaking on what I know.
No,
over the course of
absolutely.
one
That's
year.
all we're asking.
He's
Not
paying
this
homage
season.
to an OG.
Yeah, he is an OG. What do you think, Rahal?
I mean, you couldn't name your teammates. I was gonna say it's T. The things he did. He was driving this year, and some of the shots he made were like, "There's how do you even do that?"
Yeah.
So,
But I can't see anyone on my team, so I like the Uncle Ed one. I think he was on a team that really let him shine. And they fed him the ball where he needed.
so I think in the last 3 seasons, you might agree with me on this one. So, I think Fester. I
Yep.
mean, Fester started catching fire.
He doesn't impress me. He stands behind the line, jacks up
but-
threes.
but-
That
But
stuff
that's
is.
his game.
That
that's
really
the
is
guy's,
his game.
The guy's 6'3", about
But
260.
he's never played 5. That's the difference, though. You played 5. Guys like that were meant to play 5. Fester used to be a little thinner, and he's always a shooter.
He's always been a shooter.
And this last 3 or 4 games, I heard I'm taking
Except
Fester.
the last game. Last game, that first half when I was guarding him, his shots weren't falling. Sorry, I had to throw that out there. Bro.
Hey, as far as T-Mac, this is not a shot at T-Mac. I love T-Mac.
I love T-Mac.
Well,
T-Mac was on the wrong team this year.
Me personally,
chance.
I know T-Mac's a good player, but when people talk about him, I don't see it, honestly. And I've been trying. I've been trying and trying.
I already know what you're trying to say. I know where you're coming from.
Hey, Moti's about to.
No.
Moti's about to
No.
start.
No.
No.
I mean, because you know,
T-Mac has been picked in our, like, for example, our 40 and over league. T-Mac has been picked to be that guy to take over, right? To be that number 1 scorer. Like me, I'm not that guy either. I'm not that guy. You're gonna pick me. You're gonna get a team player. You pick T-Mac. You're getting the full player, the full composition of a player. T-Mac, when you put him in a system and you put him T-Mac will shine where he needs to shine. That's where T-Mac brings his value. For an example,
as a third option, maybe.
he could be a second option.
A second option, okay.
But he could be a 1A 1B type option too. The thing is, you can't just give him the ball and expect him to score and put a bunch of scrubs around him.
And then he's not a one option. Then he's not a one option, because in your number 1 option, you give him the ball, he gonna.
Yeah, but how many number 1 options? Well, in the IBL, there's a lot of great balls.
I don't want to.
I know we're going off.
Yeah,
You're right.
so
You're right.
There
I'm
you go.
sorry,
That's everybody's most improved. I want to read a couple of comments. I'm on summer vacation. Ahmed Rahal is doing what's best for business. You know, I'm all about the team. You know, getting their mental health in check. So for next season. So I wanted Tony to make sure he got his off time. The people want Fahmy back. Boom, Philly time, and then. Tony said Ahmed and Moti looking more and more like they're trying to start trouble. So we're not trying to start trouble at all. All right, so next up.
Defensive player
of the year. Who y'all got? Ahmed Rahal, you want to start it off?
Defensive player of the year.
who's been locked down.
All these threes being shot up. Nobody knows who plays defense.
I'll say Mo
anymore.
Sufi. I like Mo Sufi overall defensively.
Okay.
Really?
I would go Khaled.
Time
my
out.
team.
Time out. You said
Hold on.
Sufi.
Yeah,
Sufi
yeah,
don't play
absolutely. Yes, he
Sufi
does.
don't-
Yes, he
Sufi
does.
ain't no
Listen,
defense.
hold on.
His role probably changed in this league.
Hold on. So I would say Khaled. By far, to me,
I'm gonna
Khaled
say
Al-Jahmi
Khaled.
is the best defender in the league, in my opinion. Okay. Sufi, since I can't go with Khaled, is in my opinion, clearly Sufi.
Well, it's just and again, Sufi's just
Because he can guard anyone. He can guard anyone.
Champ.
Khaled?
No, Sufi.
Khaled, no, but Khaled guards the number 1 player on each team. Khaled guarded Joe. Khaled's guarding Mike Williams. Khaled's guarding all those guys. Again, people know that's my guy. Albed Maudi's a G. There's a lot of different guys that are stepping up defensively.
You got to give it to Khaled, and I'll say this because he's the only one that played defense this year.
on every single number 1.
Nobody was playing defense. The way
Who guarded
the way
Bosch?
the scores were running up, nobody played
Watch
defense.
this. Who guarded Bosch? On your team. On your team. You're there. Who guarded Bosch?
Khaled.
Who guarded Joe?
Why would y'all do that?
Yeah.
Who guarded Kamal?
Khaled.
Who guarded God? Who guarded Hussein Badani?
I don't recall.
Did you guys zoned against them? Really?
That was game 1 for
Yeah, who guarded Omar Al-Jabbar or Ali Ayub?
Yeah.
I would have zoned against Bosch too, but I got a sleeper, Ahmed. You know, the guys last week or 2 weeks ago mentioned it. Fahmi, I heard, is playing good defense.
Don't try to give Tony an award right now.
No, a sleeper,
just because he
sleeper.
said Omar
Sleeper.
Moti.
Hey, we don't do participation trophies here, bro.
Plus
Come on.
3,000. Plus 3,000.
Hey, I heard, but see, Moti's still trying to start trouble right now, man.
He is though.
You know,
He
he's trying
is
to
though.
put Tony on the spot right now, man. Hey,
I mean, comeback player of the year again, maybe.
okay. So that was pretty much Khalid Jahmi kind of.
You got to score if you do a comeback player of the year, right?
I mean, what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's some good defensive.
Hey, give me a Mo Sufi because he might think I'm putting a shot on him.
I love that guy.
There you go. All right. Speaking of most Sufi, that's a good time to do that too. So I think the last individual award is MVP, if I'm correct. No other individual award. So who is the MVP? This is a good one. I can't wait to hear this one. I mean, is it Bosch because his team is undefeated?
Hands down, bro.
Unanimous.
Hands down.
Unanimous.
I don't. He's the best player in the league, hands down.
Okay.
I don't think he's the most valuable player to his team.
That's
hands
that's just about.
Wow. To his team?
If
let
Bosch-
alone the
if-
league?
team. I
If
think you
Bosch
could put
is-
Ahmed on the team, they probably go undefeated. Listen.
I'm sorry, Mary.
Listen. I don't think he's the most valuable player to his team.
If you take Bosch off that team, and I think that team still does handily well. They finish at the bottom still, but they make the playoffs. They do their thing. And Bosch, obviously, everybody knows his worth and what he does, right? This specific season, though, after 3 seasons in the league, I think you've seen Mike grow. And I think Mike Williams has done what needs to be taken, not just off of his points, his team. Look at the way Fester's playing. Look at the way Ghazwan's playing, even though Ghazwan's always been playing good. Munir, all these guys on that team. And they're playing a lot better. And then, you take Mike off of that team. And I
How
feel
many
like
losses?
I
did
feel
they
like
have?
that team.
How many losses did they have?
Who?
Mike's team.
I don't know the exact record.
How many
I know they finished third.
I'm
They
asking-
finished third seed.
So it had to be 2 or 3 losses.
So
probably.
Bosch won. The defending champs were 2. Mike was 3. Was it Omar 4? Joe 5.
I think if
Tehran-
you're gonna crown somebody an MVP, in those games that they did lose, how did they perform? I don't know. I'm just asking.
No, what I'm saying is you take Mike off of that team, and that team is worse off than if you took Bosch off
You're
of
right.
his team. And that's what most valuable player. We're not asking who the best player in the league is. MVP, it's a confusion that you give it to the best
No,
player in the league. You don't
I'm
give it
with
to
you.
the best player.
Well-
You give it to the most valuable to his team that's still succeeding.
Ahmed, you put Bosch in your team. You guys probably
You put Bosch on my
top 4
team, we go undefeated.
Top 4 team.
You put Mike Williams on
I'm
my
gonna say
team, we're
top
not
14.
In
undefeated.
place of Kamal?
Well,
Huh?
In place of
absolutely.
Kamal?
Take anyone.
Absolutely.
Oh, so what you're saying is if you removed Kamal and you put Bosch in his place, you guys would have went undefeated?
Yes. I'll stand.
I mean,
by that.
I said top 14.
And it's not a shot at Cam. It's not a shot at Cam. That's just how
Sounds
Bosch
like
is.
Two different
No, it's
players.
not. That's
Hey,
just how good
Two
Bosch
different
is.
players.
Hey, but
100%.
we're talking about Bosch, right? I'm going Bosch, and here's why he wins MVP.
Has he won the MVP award before you or no, by the way? I just want to put that up there.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
I'm not sure.
I don't think he has.
I don't think he has.
So you think, okay, so that means they're just dodging on the fact of, they're trying to give it to other people and they don't want to make it to the obvious.
If he doesn't win it this year
It's just
after
the
his
obvious.
team, then
Well, no,
how does he ever win it?
they're undefeated regular season, and what he did. I mean, like I said, 1A, 1B. I feel like what's most valuable to your team. I'm not talking about being the best player because I mean, obviously, we know what that is, and again, Mike's really showed where he's at too. Mike's a top
He is. No,
2
no one
player in the league.
Go ahead, Monty.
Well, if we're talking about valuable, you take Bosch off that team, and they're fighting for a playoff spot, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
All right, and then you factor in Bosch is what, top 3 in assists, points, and rebounds.
He's
I
top
haven't
3
looked
in
at the
assists.
stats. I haven't
On-
looked at the stats.
He's up there on an undefeated team. Come on, guys.
Hey,
Look,
Bosch better win MVP, bro. From what I'm hearing.
The game we played, the last game of the season, where he jacked up all those threes. Most of them were on me, and I was giving it to him. He was still making them.
Who?
Mike.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when they were up 15.
Yeah. No, they're
So
listen.
if you want to count garbage time points,
I mean, there's a lot to take in consideration when talking about it. Like again, you take the undefeated season, you take that, and that could be criteria hands down. Bosch, right? Let's be realistic. We could take the fact of this guy led the league in scoring, and Mike and his team is in the 3rd seed, and I don't know how far they were away from the defending champs. And that's another thing. Defending champs, if you're watching this, Moabajal Hussein, Badani, Tony, I know you're watching, obviously, T-Mac, you guys, nobody's talking about you guys. You guys are flying under that radar again. Bulletin board material. You guys are flying on the radar. Ain't nobody talking about the defending champ.
and if you take Bosch off the team, his teammates will pull through. Look at those same guys, what they do last year when they're on different teams. Mazen was still on Bosch's team, but this year he performed way better. Nabil, he came in, he was just coming in, taking a couple shots,
he's
making them and then walking back out and taking his breaks. Those guys were not performing at the level they performed this year on other teams in previous years.
So
And why is that? That's the Bosch effect. So
There's definitely a Bosch effect, by the way. From what I've been watching in this league, is that leagues these past few years is players definitely perform a lot better when they're on his team. And if he has not won one, this would be only the right time to do it. No offense to Mikey, I don't know his stats specifically, but he was the undefeated team. You know, I think
Mike's leading.
He's right. He's top, even if it's top 5 in all those categories. Yeah. At this point, it's like, what are y'all waiting for, man? Give this guy the award.
So yeah, I think Mike, though, I think he led the league in scoring, and I think he was efficient too. We're not talking about those street ball legends that need 25, 30 shots to score 20 and 25 points, and all of a sudden they're a first rounder, and they're so sweet, and oh my God, they're so good.
They play each other, right? Because every team plays each other.
They played each other.
How'd that game go? Who got the better of who?
I don't know. Was it early in the season? Was it late in the season? I don't know. I didn't
we know Bosch's team won, so that's definitely
well, obviously.
Yeah. So with that said, let's jump right into the playoffs. If you guys know who are the 1 and 8 seeds, let's quickly say it.
Bosch versus who's the 8 seed? Moe Hag.
Moe Hag. Okay.
Moe Hag and Obed Modi.
Let's just answer it. Who y'all got?
Team Bosch.
Team Bosch. Team Bosch.
Yeah, Bosch.
I'm assuming you got Team Bosch. All right. So we got Team Bosch advancing. So 2 versus 7.
Hussein Badani versus Manet. Moe Meri.
Okay.
We're taking it.
Defending champs. The defending reigning champs.
Listen, we faced them our second game of the season. Well, first game of the season. We had a bye week the first. We match up very well with them. Listen, that was my first game in 3 years, 2 years. We match up well, and I think we've improved overall throughout the season. I'm not worried about tomorrow.
So what was the scores of that, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't remember, but I think we lost by 10 or 15.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys took a beating. You guys are finding your chemistry.
Oh, they only lost by 10, 15.
I didn't say. Listen.
Well, Ray Hall, you guys, I got a comment here saying they were up 50, not 15, when you're talking about Mike Williams hitting those threes on you.
Oh.
They could be up 100. Still, garbage time points don't count, bro.
I don't think you heard the T. You're right. It's 50.
50.
He's
not 15.
Tony.
50.
Tony's getting up there in age. Forgive him, guys. You know what I'm saying?
No, when he started, that's why he built his league up to 50. They built the
yeah,
gap
because
up
Tony's
to
sitting
50.
here.
But when he started going up, they're already up 15.
All right, so Ahmed, by the way, that's funny. Tony's at home just typing that away. Like, let me make sure that he said that correctly. He's at home.
Here, so
he's laughing at himself.
Yeah, he's here. I'm here. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I know you got Moe Meri sitting right next to you, okay? But who you got, Hussein Badani or Manat?
I mean, that's going to be the only game that's won on defense because they can both offensively. I think you're right. You guys are pretty equal, but I don't know. I don't see you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna say in front of my boy. You guys still haven't figured out how to use in your offense, and not enough guys are playing defense. You're playing defense. Khalid's playing defense. A lot of the other guys, I'm sorry if you think I'm talking about you, I probably am. Aren't playing defense. So no, defending champs.
Watch out for Manat though, man. Manat is that.
Manat's the man, but can Manat get them all to play defense?
Moti.
Yo, man, they have a good team. Mary's team.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Sounds like they have a good team. It's gonna be a close game, but I feel like the defending champs pull through.
And by the way, I just want to throw this out there. If Bosch is not MVP, he's for sure the GM of the year. By the way, my man sniped. Sounds like a great team.
He did. He made
like coach of the year too.
He made a draft. He made a draft day trade though.
Yeah, that's another probably great move.
He had. What do you have? Fahmy and T-Mac?
Did that move?
Fahmy won last year with the defending champs.
Yeah,
listen, this season, Fahmy and T-Mac were drafted to Bosch.
Yeah. He made a trade with them.
Yeah, Faris El Sakaf went to.
So the coincidence is that they might play each other, in the finals. If we're predicting what we think we're going to be predicting. 3-6, AB. Who's 3-6?
Mike versus Tyron.
Who y'all got? I mean, I don't know who's on these teams. Who y'all got? Mike versus Tyron. 3-6.
I'm going Mike.
I'm going Mike. If they can get those threes going like they did last game, it won't even be close.
Go on, Mike.
Yeah, I'm going Mike.
4-5.
4-5 is the big matchup. It's Team Omar Abdullah versus Team Joe Bazzi.
But they lost one of the.
They lost Ali.
Yeah.
Ali Maychak. Yeah.
That is the most talented. Joe's team's the most talented team, like all around talented team in the league.
That was devastating too, man. It was in another league.
But they can't play together, probably, right?
But it's just maybe because of the injuries or the time spent together, they just didn't play up to.
But I also heard there's some. I'm gonna be the one to say it, man. I heard, and people call me for this type of stuff because they like to air out other people's dirty laundry. I heard there's some controversy in the team group with Team Omar. I heard there's some ramblings going on. I heard there's some distractions in the locker room, some disgruntled players,
Some cancers.
the one and dones. Hopefully,
that doesn't-
I feel like that's his nickname now.
That narrowed it down.
No, I heard. I'm just saying there was some issues. Hopefully, it doesn't translate and carry on to the court. But I would have to take Team Omar. I heard Ali Ayoub came out and took over. I heard he played. He took control of the offense, went point guard, and I heard it was like an orchestra. This is quoting.
I'm sorry,
quoting
but if
somebody
Ali
else.
Ayoub is not a captain, come on, how's
Why would they make him? Listen, here's the problem with the IBL leagues and any other leagues. Here's the problem, man. The problem is there's guys that don't want to be captain because they want to play with somebody else.
Maybe he
Let's just
he
be
doesn't
call
want
it
to
what
be
it is.
captain, but
No,
talent wise,
No, call it
who's
what it,
better than Ali Ayoub?
call it.
Who are the captains are better
bro,
than Ali Ayoub?
call it what it is. Call it what it is. There's guys coming in. There's guys telling them, don't draft this person. Don't take this person. This is my person. Hey, bro, don't be a captain. I'm taking you. Like, people are still trying to create their own luck and rig the
listen
stuff.
to the question, AB.
I heard you.
Talent wise,
Oh,
who's better than him? Are there 8 guys better than Ali Ayoub?
Is he done for the year?
No, not Ali Ayoub.
No,
Ali Mahalik, or I'm not going to say his Maycheck. I don't know how to say his name. He's the guy that came from Texas. Very, very good player. Like I said, Ali Shfi, prayers out with you.
He's the one that's injured.
Came from
He was
Texas.
in another league, and then supposedly he got final 15 seconds of a game, got hit. Like it shouldn't even happen. It was so unfortunate, and like a head smash, and his bone here had surgery. Like,
But-
it's a speedy recovery. You know what I mean?
To advocate for Team Joe, I mean, you gotta let them pick somebody. He has to be replaced. You can't just let them play
Rules.
hand.
Rules.
Yeah, I
Here's
think
the
they
thing,
had a
though.
deadline. They had a deadline for that.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know the rules. I'm just saying.
Well, the one thing I know about the
if they
IBL
can't get
is
5 guys on
they're-
the court, you gotta let them have somebody.
Well, then that's something that needs to be talked about with the IBL, because I know they're really big from when they were here. Rules are rules. Like, no trades after draft day. There's certain things that they do. It's, I mean, we all agree because we all have a heart. But then when it comes down to rules and you let that happen, if it's against the rules next season, you don't know who's going to play that against them.
Yeah, but do you really think that came up when they were setting the rules? If a guy doesn't have five guys
Yeah,
or whatever,
then it's a forfeit.
I
The
don't
rules
like
are
that.
changing all the time, but
No, but
You-
it's a
you-
different league. It's a different league. I think one of the biggest points they're trying to stick on Moti is that, hey, a rule's a rule.
yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you how.
I'm like that too, but
that
I'm saying
Deer-
it could change next year though.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
with
'cause
you,
that
but-
that Dearborn.
When you were
Dearborn
making
shit,
the
they
rules,
use
was
it.
that something that came up, or is it now that you're trying to adjust?
Yeah,
where the thing's going?
I mean, but the plus thing about, I don't want to say plus, injury is horrible, but Joe's team had an issue with a shot selections. People were, frustrated with not getting the ball. Now the ball could probably get spread out a little more.
All right.
I'll take Team Omar. Just to answer.
Okay, Team Omar. So now
same
let's
thing.
just
More
jump.
complete team.
Let's just jump right into who y'all got in the finals, and then who y'all got winning it all. All right. So Moti, I'll start off with you. You're the, person that's on the outside, so you don't have no, whatever biases or anything like that. Who you got?
Bosch is my brother from another mother.
Bosch winning it all.
100%.
Who are they playing against though?
They're playing versus a defending champ,
It's in Badani.
Big Tone,
Oof, that should be a exciting game to.
for sure. Hey, so they could officially win their first championship if they beat Bosch.
No, they got theirs, man.
All right.
Unfortunately,
Who are you talking about when they're first champ? Who are you talking
It's in
about?
Badani.
He already won it.
You already won one.
He's talking about.
Asterisk.
He's talking about the.
No, man, he won that championship. Man.
Asterisk.
There's no asterisk to nothing, man.
I'm
Put
gonna-
an asterisk to Bronny James going 55th, bro.
We're gonna talk about that, but go ahead, AB. Who y'all got?
Put
Who
an
y'all-
asterisk next to Caleb Williams going number 1.
2 teams, and then who's your champion?
So I think the second round matchup between off of the picks I made between Mike and Hussein is going to be really nice. But yeah, no, defending champs, and
Bosch.
and listen, knock on wood here, Bosch. I know you're superstitious. I am too, bro. Ain't nobody trying to jinx you. You went 8-0. You went undefeated, and you know everybody's at 0-0 right now except for Rahal. Rahal's 0-1. But no, Bosch versus I'd say the defending champs, and this is Bosch's year to win it. This is
Moe Meri got himself in the championship. I see.
I have to. Does that change if we beat them tomorrow?
if you beat who? The defending champs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It'd be Mike's team versus versus the bot. Listen, Mo, you're my guy. Nader's my guy. Everybody knows Kel Jemmy's my guy. I love Monet, right? I do. I do. But listen to me. Listen to me. Moti knows me. Moti, what do we stress? Defense, right? Moti, we need to stop other teams from scoring, right? Mo, your team don't play defense. They don't have you on the court enough, Mo. I know you're getting your stamina back. Hear me out. They ain't got you on the court enough. Nader's not playing defense like he used to. He's unmotivated by sitting down all the damn time, and I don't blame him, type stuff. You guys are watching guys jack up 20, 25 shots. Granted, okay, good shooters doesn't mean you're great. You're a great scorer. You're a good shooter. Guys just don't play defense. You guys were up 20 and almost lost the game last week. Stop.
Who do you got in the finals, and who do you got winning it all?
Team Bosch, Team Mana. You know what? I gotta say we're gonna win it all because I gotta put it out there.
I wouldn't want you not to say that you're. You know what I'm saying? It would be like, all right, well, there you go. Your season's over, pretty much. Ahmed Rahal.
I got Team Bosch. It don't even matter who's on the other side. It doesn't matter.
Team Bosch.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Inshallah, everything works out for everybody. Healthy playoffs for everyone.
And just kind of, AB was saying, there's some issues in the locker room with the Team Omar.
There's issues in every locker room. I just wanted to call that one.
I'm just saying, I think there are bigger issues in Badani's camp.
Ooh.
Hey, heard it here first on Oz Media.
Speak.
There are bigger issues in Badani's camp.
Ooh,
Can you share it with us?
Can we talk a little bit?
They put themselves, for the public to see.
Tony's.
I'm not in that chat. Is there another chat?
Not the chat. The way they were arguing amongst each other.
Oh, is this the end of the dynasty?
They weren't just arguing about the game. They're arguing about who's doing what and who fits in where and who should be doing this and who doing that. Maybe that was just for show.
You know what though?
But certain people were arguing with each other.
But that's what you need right before the playoffs. Get it all out. Put it out on the table, right, Moti?
I agree.
Get it out there.
If they can't solve their issues internally without it spilling out into the public to see it, I think they'll be all right. But if they can't figure their stuff out, they got some problems, man.
You know what's crazy?
They'll beat themselves.
You know what's crazy?
No, pause.
Hey,
Really? That's what you pause on after all of that?
hey, you know what's crazy is, all this. It's like when ESPN will talk about like the NBA playoffs, like everything that solves this problem is winning, and then if a team loses, all that can like it'll just maybe come out and all that stuff. But winning cures everything. Like everything that we're saying, that one team that wins, everything that happened, it don't matter. But the other 7 teams, I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of those guys probably gonna be like, I ain't playing with this guy no more, and then everything is so just crazy.
Badani team's winning though.
Rahal, I got a question for you.
Oh, okay.
Since your team's not in the playoff, do they show up and support the league?
I'll show up.
I mean, obviously,
I'll tell you, some people aren't gonna show up because they didn't show up throughout the
season.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
All right. Yusuf, we're going to run our last ad. We're going to just talk about 2 quick things. The Pistons pick and Bronny James, and that's how we're going to close out the show. So Yusuf, let's give a shout out to our next sponsor, which is Juicebox. So let's shout out Juicebox, and then we're going to keep things rolling. Shout out to Juicebox.
All right, Yusuf, I want you to envision this with me, okay? Imagine you just had a long day at work, and all you want is a nice, cool, refreshing drink to top it all off. Do you know where you stop by at, Yusuf?
It's got to be Juice Box.
It's definitely Juice Box. If you're looking for a place with the best smoothies, milkshakes, ice cream, cereal bars, and slushies, then Juice Box is your one-stop shop. You can try things like their Biscoff or Nutella shakes, crepes, watermelon blast, strawberry burst, or mango smoothies. And if you're looking for a place to hang out, they have a comfortable outdoor patio/courtyard area that you and your friends can enjoy while trying those delicious drinks. So be sure to stop by Juice Box. They have a Hamtramck location right there on Joseph Campo, with more locations coming soon. You'll be sure to leave there with a big smile on your face. You'll also be able to order your drinks from the new Juice Box app, which will also be coming soon. It will be downloadable on all of your smartphone devices.
We're officially back, getting things rolling. So, like I said, we're gonna close out the show. Tony said never, by the way, to the camp stuff of leaking or turmoil in the camp stuff. He's put never with 3 exclamation points. So, if he didn't put 3 exclamation points, I would have not. I would have agreed with him, but now I agree with you. He didn't have to put 3 exclamation points. Now he's exposing himself.
If he ain't here to talk up for his team, I don't want to hear it.
Ooh. I think he's no, don't be playing. He gets mad. He says I stole his seat. I said, bro, you left the seat open.
There you go.
Move your feet, you lose your seat.
Hey, I just claimed it, bro. I just claimed it.
All right, so the NBA draft was this past Wednesday, Thursday. I have to mention Thursday because I feel like everybody was anticipating for Thursday as well because a guy named Bronny James was drafted 55th overall to the Lakers. I think it's so funny that Rich Paul, I guarantee this is exactly what happened. People were considering maybe drafting him, and he told people he'll go to Australia. I can definitely see that happening. I don't see any problem with that, by the way, personally. I don't care how you guys feel. Me, at the end of the day, you do whatever it is you got to do. There's a lot of stuff that happens in this world that we let slide. So you do what you got to do. At the end of the day, you want to play with your son, you make it happen. But we're here to discuss.
Yeah, but there's a reach and a waste of good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say we're going to here to discuss Bronny James. Will he be a successful NBA player? Let's hear
Define success before you move.
So will he be a player that will have a role on a team that like a top 8-man rotation player where he doesn't necessarily have to be a starter. He doesn't even have to be the 6th man. But, he comes in, plays that 16 to 18 minutes, wing, gets you about 6-7 points a game.
Pretty much, is he going to be one of those scrubs?
Is he going to be in the rotation?
Is he going to be in the rotation of a team in his career? Is he going to be a rotational player? How about that? That's success in my eyes. Is he a rotational player that gives you good minutes on the wing and plays good basketball? Well, we'll try to put these answers because this might be the clip I pull out. But I love the discussion y'all are having about arguing on the game. I think that would be a good clip too that I pull out and post it on social media. But we'll see. Let's see the answers. Moti, start off with you. Bronny James, successful NBA player.
First of all, I always say there's 3 players in the NBA that elevated the NBA. I got Magic, the Magic era, the Jordan era, and the LeBron era. All right.
You're missing Curry, but go ahead.
No. He falls in the LeBron era. No, it's LeBron's era. Is he to me?
I get it. It's your
took
opinion.
the NBA to the next level. With that being said, Bronny's not a scrub, but I think his first year he's gonna be the end of the bench guy. Did he go to the right situation? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? What are you expecting him to do? You know what I'm saying? Like on that Lakers team, you know what I'm saying? Because Lakers are trying to get another superstar. They're trying to get trades. He's not going to be in the rotation. I think his first year. But when he's in the game, what does he do best? He's a shooter. He can sit in that corner right there. You have all the attention, LeBron, going to the hole. He kick it out to his son. I can see that. All NBA players should be able to knock down a shot.
They should be able to hit free throws
so
too.
You're asking him to knock down a shot.
Let me ask you this question, Moti. Is he going to be Steven Izzo? I don't know if you watch Michigan State games.
Yes, I have.
He comes in the last minute. As soon as he touches the ball, the crowd starts cheering.
100%.
Shoot the ball, even though he's like 50 feet away.
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? Is he going to be that guy? Or is he going to actually have some minutes in the third quarter of a game where, it might be like a 6-point game. He comes in and knock a couple shots down.
I don't believe so. I think the crowd and in LA, like when he scores, he's going to be one of them guys.
Like people are going to go crazy?
So he's not playing high school anymore. Okay, so he's not out there playing in these tournaments across the country where these kids aren't as good as him, right? When he got to college, he exposed himself. He wasn't. Look at his averages. Yeah, granted,
he didn't play.
Granted, he had the cardiac arrest and he came back from it, but he's doomed. He's doomed for being LeBron's son. He's gonna always be called the bus. And let's see, what was it, Mo? Pressure creates
diamonds.
I don't see him being a diamond. I feel like the pressure's going to get to him. He's not going to be his dad. They already exposed him on his metrics, right? He's 6'4", 6'5". No, he's 6'1". He's as tall as I am, okay? Not saying that he can't make it, but you better do your handles, right? You better turn into maybe a point guard.
40-inch
like
vertical, though.
Okay, and that's awesome. So does half the kids playing out in the street right now.
How long is that going to last?
That's what I'm trying to say. He's not going to come in and be a difference maker. I don't see Bronny James unless they.
And I don't, but see, I don't think they drafted him to be a
No,
different.
no. They didn't draft. They drafted him to play with his dad. Okay, they did it as a publicity stunt. They did it as a whole thing.
And to keep
it's,
LeBron.
It's for money. It's entertainment, guys. Don't ever forget. I'm going to say this again. I've said it several different times. NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL are all considered in the same organization, the same whatever as WWE. It's sports entertainment. Okay. It's part of the business, all right? Bronny going to LeBron, going to Lakers. LeBron trying to, right now, he's going to renegotiate contract. He's opting out of his final year because he wants 4 more years because he wants to stay with his son, right? He wants to help bring up his son. Maybe LeBron does it. Maybe in 5 years, Bronny James could be a Tim Hardaway Jr., which welcome to Detroit. You know,
Bronny James is an NBA player in my opinion.
at 6'1".
Giannis Antetokounmpo's brothers are in the league
Okay.
because of him,
Absolutely. And they're busts. And hold on. And they're busts.
for sure.
But they were good where they played in
Bruv.
France. They were good when they played internationals. Bronny didn't do anything.
It's not fair to compare him to his dad, man.
No,
Because
but-
who compares to LeBron?
But you're
Jordan,
right.
Kobe,
but they're
like, they're not,
gonna.
man.
But they're gonna
I'm
though.
with you.
Ahmed, who's gonna stop them? Who's gonna stop the media from doing it?
I mean, but that's the bullcrap media. The real media knows that at the end of the day, he's
The real
gonna be-
media. The real media wants to know how a guy came out and was like 100 and something prospect, and all of a sudden after all the pre-workout and this and that, all of a sudden was the 48th because the Lakers had the 49th pick.
He was a 5-star. You know that, AB.
Yeah.
Mo
So was
Meri-
Isaiah Collier,
What do you think?
number 1 overall. So was his teammate from USC,
He
who
went to Utah first round.
okay, and so was in the late first round, 27th pick. What about the guy that was his teammate that outscored him, outdid by tenths of numbers or whatever?
A great college player. He's gonna play overseas.
Okay, but Bronny is NBA ready.
Do we talk about him if he wasn't LeBron's son? Right?
No.
Right. Okay. So just like the IBL, we're hyping up people. We're hyping up people that don't deserve to be hyped.
Ooh.
They don't.
He
I'm
was
sorry?
a 5-star, man.
And I was like, ooh, like you wrapped that all. You wrapped the show up.
So
Wrapped the show up in 10 seconds.
so he doesn't deserve
You
the
got
hype.
it.
He's going to be a nobody in this league, just like Zion. You know, like these guys. He's just going to be a dud. You know.
There you go, Ahmed Rahal.
I second that.
Man,
Really?
Mo T.
You guys
Hold
don't
on.
like LeBron.
Hold on, Mo T. Hold on,
don't
bro.
like LeBron.
He's a Lakers guy.
I'm a Lakers guy because
Kobe
of
and Shaq, the great ones.
You can't say that.
Are
he is
we
NBA
talking?
All-star caliber?
Are we talking about Bronny James if he was Bronny Jones?
No.
Okay, first of all, hey Meri, if you're
That was a great point, Mo. One of that was
That's a good one.
if you're a Lakers guy and LeBron gives you another championship, are you putting
another. The bubble
He
don't
barely
count.
gave
Are you-
one.
The bubble does
are
count.
you
Bubble
putting a
don't
statue
count.
in front of outside for him?
If I'm a Lakers fan,
Yes,
and LeBron brings another a championship,
another one. Yes.
I'm not giving him a statue
I know.
Absolutely not.
because to me, the Lakers is a proud franchise.
Magic,
You're a LeBron
Magic,
fanboy.
his whole career in
Am I wrong?
LA.
I'm disappointed.
Kobe,
not
his
gonna-
whole career in LA. LeBron's been bouncing around, picking. If anything, LeBron set
Yeah,
the
bouncing
Lakers.
around and winning.
LeBron, no, he hasn't. He set the Lakers back, bro.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Bro, look what all the. Stop.
gonna send him back.
What's Kuz doing? What's Brandon Ingram doing? What's all these guys that he had to give to Julius
Play it,
Randle?
play it,
Look at
play it.
all these guys. Look at all these guys LeBron had to get rid of because he couldn't win with them. LeBron's first year there, where'd they finish? Come on, man. Stop playing.
He got a championship, baby.
The bubble?
That counts.
Don't
Yeah.
come on.
Okay,
Yo,
bro.
he got a championship in
Okay,
Miami.
bro.
You don't.
He got a championship in
There's a difference
Cleveland.
between LeBron legacy and Lakers legacy, right?
You know that bubble?
He ain't getting the statue outside of
Never.
whatever
Staples?
whatever
Staples?
Staples. I don't
Never.
know what they changed the name to.
AB.
But for his legacy, it does put him above Kobe forever.
What?
Come on.
There's no more.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
there's no
whoa,
more
whoa, whoa.
LeBron Kobe. It's LeBron Jordan.
What happened?
Oh, it's been like that for
what?
5
What
years.
put him above?
Nah,
Hold on. What put him above
Another
Kobe?
championship he's saying. Another
One more
championship.
champion, a real championship.
Kobe had the 3-peat, and then he won.
I'm with-
Shaq
And then
had a
he
3-peat.
did it without
Shaq had
a super
three-peat.
team.
Kobe
He
did
did
it
it without a
on a
super team.
3-peat, and then he did it with
He did it with
power
no
Shaq had a
fouls.
3-peat. Shaq had a
Listen,
3-peat.
LeBron had to leave Cleveland to go to Miami, to where I actually liked LeBron.
That's okay.
To win a couple and didn't even win them. Listen, you had a super team and you
you
couldn't
wanna
beat the
compare
Dallas
them?
Mavericks.
They
man.
both came out of high school. What did Kobe do out of high school? What did LeBron do out of high school?
Right.
Two-
Over. It's over. Next topic.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
for sure.
Next
100%.
They did out of high school.
they both came out of high
LeBron
school.
had to wait till he went to Miami to do anything.
Your career is defined by your your first initial few seasons in the
No,
league.
look where they both started and look where they both got.
Nah, he took a Cavaliers team.
He took nobody.
What Cavaliers team with
Final.
Kevin Love and
championship.
Kyrie
No,
Irving?
no.
No.
I'm
When
talking
he first came, when he first
2007,
came
guys.
out.
Come on, man.
The East was weak. He got by Detroit. Once he got by Detroit, that's it. He was bro.
It was Detroit,
Bro.
Miami, Boston. Was up
Bro,
there.
and who was it? They were weak. They were done.
So listen, guys, because we're going to, when you start talking LeBron, Jordan, Kobe,
Anyway,
it's going to
next.
go for the next 25, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That it can go a long way.
got nervous about Marakawa.
Bronny James would play in the league for 5 years. He had a great combine. So someone else, this is Tony, by the way, said he played for 5 years. He was 5 picks away from being undrafted free agent. The Lakers did it to make LeBron happy, and they probably still signed the guy undrafted that they were going
It's
to pick
a
at
pu-
55.
it's a
People
publicity.
blowing it up. I mean, listen, you knew it was going to happen, though. You knew it was going to happen. It's not
Good
like
for
it's
them,
like,
bro.
yeah, like
I'll do the same thing for my son.
No, absolutely.
Exactly.
It's money,
It's a
entertainment,
second rounder,
publicity.
guys. It ain't like it was first round.
Yeah.
First round, I'm with y'all.
Yeah.
No, I
It's a
know.
second round.
Second round, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Every year, there's probably one, maybe two that actually have an
Makes the
impact on
team.
their team. Like, have
Yeah,
an
there's
impact.
they become G League
Yeah.
players or
Two-way players,
But that's
you know?
the problem. We're talking about a guy that's the son of one of the greatest players to ever play.
So the odds are against them to be even a rotational player.
I
but-
mean, the younger son is better.
yeah. So we'll see how that works
Bryce.
out. It's just gonna be cool. Let's be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. When they step on the court,
And then here, I'll lead you to the next one, bro. Did the Pistons reach?
no. So I'm gonna answer that question. since
Did
you
the
asked the question.
Pistons reach?
Because we're going to close it out with the Pistons picks. So let me tell you why we didn't reach. Because they wanted to trade the pick and still get this guy. But obviously, you don't want to take that risk. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the way that the draft went, you didn't know how people are going to go where. Like, this was the first year where I had no clue, let alone other teams, the Pistons. I didn't know who the Pistons were going to take. You know what I mean? Like, it was not clear and obvious. So at the end of the day, AB, just like in fantasy football, the one thing I would give advice to people is take the people that you want, because the whole year, and for this sake, his whole career possibly, you're gonna regret not taking the guy that you had on the top of your board. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So-
and the thing was, again, for that fifth, this guy had, I think that if you guys were gambling men, guy had a 0.003% chance of coming into the top 5. Like the guy, it was a reach. But if we go based off of numbers like that, then Bronny was a good pick, I guess.
You know, a team that I for sure know is calling us was Memphis, because they really wanted Klingon from UConn.
Klingon, yeah.
They end up taking Zach Edey at 9.
Yeah.
That's a reach to me. That's a crazy reach to me. Like, I think Edey is he's gonna be a 2-3 year guy. You know, might get you like Boyan maybe Boyan kind of career.
Yeah.
So my thing is I know they definitely called the Pistons because they wanted to jump Portland to get him. Would Ron Holland been there at 9? We don't know. So at the end of the day, man, listen, the Pistons, as sad as it is, we literally got to start fresh again. And take the guys you want, man. And the GM is going to be judged on this pick. Congratulations if he does well. If not, you're in the beginning of the end for yourself.
You ever notice in fantasy when that one player does take who they want super early and out of order, and everybody just starts freaking out, like what the hell
Yeah.
just happened? And then everybody, that's like the Zach Edey pick right there, right?
Yeah.
The Pistons went at 5 and grabbed this guy. Oh God, this guy's still available on the board. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I want this guy. You know what I mean? It's that cause and effect.
Listen, 18-year-old average about 20 points per game, about 5 and 5 assist rebounds. To me, man, in the G League, he's 18 years old doing that. That's solid, bro. Like, imagine what he would have done in college. Like, if he was balling in college, he probably would have went 3, 4, 5. You know, Moti, I know you like the pick.
I love the pick. You know what I'm saying? I'm a homer, so anything they do, even the JB Bickerstaff hire, they just hired him. The old Cleveland Cavaliers coach. I like it too. The reason why I like Ron Holland was projected to go first overall last year for this year's projections, guys. So that's telling you the talent. He's a former 5-star recruit. He skipped out on college. He went to overtime elite, and he balled out 20 points a game as an 18-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So again, he's probably another piece. You know what I'm saying? Like where we gonna put him? Where's he gonna play with the whole Sar Thompson issue too? Because he's like similar to Sar Thompson. So what? You know what I'm saying? It's all gonna work itself out. I love the pick.
Do y'all have any opinions on the situation?
I think it's irrelevant who they take.
Yeah.
They're so bad that it's irrelevant what they do.
I agree.
It's a clean slate. Let's see what happens. But I have very low expectations for them.
I know.
There's no culture. There's no game plan.
Well, they got rid of a cancer. I think
They got rid of everybody. They
but
came
I
down.
think Monty Williams was definitely
But
a
let
cancer.
me ask you this: they get rid of Monty. They're still on the hook to pay him, right? So now you have to pay him. You have to pay a new coach. That's more money that you can't give to.
Well, I mean, that's for the owner.
They're-
Right off.
Let
They're
him
shooting themselves.
Let
in the
him
foot.
deal with it.
And they're not generating enough money to be throwing it away.
Billionaire problems.
That's what I was just about to say. But Matt Abisha, Michigan State's own.
Ishbia.
Ishbia. I don't care what his name is.
And I do.
Oh,
I do.
Are you a Phoenix guy now?
No, because I hate the way that they're built. I'm not a big fan of the way that team is built. You know, they're trying to do something that's not going to work. But Matt Ishbia, big fan.
Ishbia.
Shout out to him. No, all jokes aside, I definitely agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I think but you know, we have to start over. As sad as it is, I know Pistons fans don't want to hear this, but there's a great draft coming out next year. And I know.
Yeah, who's all these players from France, by the way?
Yeah, France
What
took over. France took over.
what
I
happened
can't wait to watch the
there?
Olympics this year because you know France.
None of them are on the France team. I just saw the
sure?
release. Yeah,
Really?
none of them.
That's weird.
Victor, Rudy Gay, your boy Killian,
Rudy
But-
Gay is on the
by
not
field.
the
Rudy
way,
Gay,
hey,
Rudy Gobert,
hey,
Rudy Gobert
By the way, your boy Killian got cut from the team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
from the France team.
Yeah,
Oh man, then I must have saw something kind of old then.
yeah, he got cut. That was
Yeah, because they have like Evan,
even a France team wants him.
Evan.
Fournier?
Yup, him, and then they had Batum.
Nicholas Baton.
Nicholas Batum.
Yep.
So
I mean, they got a little solid
Yeah.
squad, you know. But I didn't see none of these
these young
newer young buck rookies. No.
all right, any final words, final comments, guys? It was a fun show today. You know, first of all, Moe Meri and Ahmed Rahal, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you
for
guys
being
are
here.
amazing.
Thanks for having us.
For sure.
You know, and any final words, final comments, maybe any breaking news of where you think a player is going to land. I know one of the things I had was free agents, see where they're going to go. Paul George, maybe I want to just talk about him. Maybe where y'all think he might end up going quickly. Want to throw it out there, maybe like a crystal ball right now, and
He needs to go back to Indiana.
I can see him going to Philly, guys. I
Mo
can see him going to Philly, man.
don't really watch basketball like that
Okay.
because again they took
8 years, when
they
Kobe left.
They took Shaq and
Watered
Kobe
down.
out.
Yeah.
So I could see him going to Philly, guys. I don't know why, man. You know,
Golden State's trying to make a push to see what happens with this whole Klay Thompson
yeah,
thing.
that too.
He's
That
gone.
too. Yeah, we'll see. Final words, Ahmed Rahal. Final words.
Thanks for having me, man. Look forward to the next one, inshallah.
Inshallah, man. Sounds good. Moe Meri.
I'm with him. The next one with the championship trophy in my hand.
There you go. You're going to get a live interview right there at the game. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Inshallah. AB Abraham, always a pleasure.
Always, man. Everybody's 0-0, bro.
Except me.
Everybody's 0-0. You ever notice sometimes it's always that same team not making that playoffs?
That's crazy.
It's just, you know what I mean?
Are you trying to? What are you trying to say right
This
now?
was my first year not making the playoffs.
Yeah,
so that one wasn't at me.
That's not a shot at you.
No,
I know.
That's not a shot at you.
no,
Moti?
no.
Great
Bucket.
show, great guests. Let's continue having these great guests on. Amor.
For sure. Just want to close it out by saying, you know, like AB said, don't be afraid to hit that like button.
Please.
Don't be afraid to follow us. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all under Oz Media. If you don't want to see our beautiful faces and just want to hear us talk, it's on Apple and Spotify podcast as well, under Oz Media. Shout out to the sponsors, the Balkan House, Juice Box, Kava House, BC Adhesives, Specialty Medical Center, Hanley International Academy, and Unique Coney Island.
Unique.
We appreciate them and their support.
Sambo.
Good luck, everyone, for your playoffs in the IBL. We will be back next time. It will be live, inshallah, at the championship game for IBL for the fantasy guys.
yeah.
So
Hopefully I can make it.
that'll be the next one. So hope you guys all have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, do us a favor if you screenshot or screen record any of these clips that we have here to send out to personal people. Just make sure you tag Omar and I on them because we'd like to see ourselves and maybe we want to use that as the clip of the week.
Yeah. You know, y'all already clipping it up for us. You know what I'm saying?
Just send it over. You know,
We might post it.
add us to the group that you guys are sending that clip to.
Yeah. All rights are reserved to Oz Media.
Yeah.
Thank you, Moti.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's important
Thank
to
you.
mention too. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.